Hey there guys, it's Rick here. Hope you're all doing extremely well out there. I know I am. It's been a while, hasn't it? Anyway, let's get cracking with what we're going to look at today. I posted a little warm-up pattern on Instagram a few days ago, so we're going to take a look at that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it a little bit further. So I'll show you the warm-up pattern that I use and kind of how I can sort of become a little bit more creative with an idea, because I know a lot of you guys out there, when you learn licks, it's kind of like, where do you take it? Right, I've learned this lick, what am I going to do with it? So I'll give you some hints and tips as to what I do when I've got a specific line like this warm-up line, and just hopefully sort of point you in the right direction, or just give you some simple ideas. I'm going to sort of progress with this in future videos, but we're going to start here. So let me show you what the warm-up pattern is. Okay, I'll take it nice and slow. Let me do it again and turn the gain down a bit. Okay, so that's the whole pattern. Okay, so we're going to use that as a template and sort of taking it a little bit of a different direction. I mean, this is really simple. What I'm going to do is take a simple concept. I mean, players have been doing this for ages. Once you get a sequence, you simply move the sequence diatonically. So you take that sequence and move it within the notes that are contained within the key that the sequence is derived from. Okay, so let's say we had this line, a simple pattern here. Just these three notes. If we play it diatonically, see what I mean? Until we get an octave higher. So we can take that simple concept and use it with this pattern. So we're going to do exactly that. The only notes which aren't diatonic to this pattern, or the only note, is this note. And it's basically just a passing note anyway, so it's more to do with thinking diatonically than anything else. So it doesn't matter how you play this, this is to do with taking the idea and being creative with it. So I'm blabbering on. So what we're going to do is, this is based on the first chord in that key. Okay, so we're in the key of G major. So simple thing to do is take the whole sequence in the same order and just move it up a step, staying in the same key. So we're in the key of G major. So all of those notes belong to the key of G major, and we're taking exactly the same sequence that we played here, up a step. So that's the pattern. And then we can continue. So that's Phrygian. And I'm using the same, articulating it in the same way. So Lydian, so we're starting on C. And all the rest of it, you get the idea. Mixolydian. And so on. You can do it all the way up. So that's one really simple way of taking a sequence or a line and just moving it by step diatonically until you reach an octave higher. I mean, this is a little bit more challenging because we're playing a lot more notes than just a simple, 4-note sequence. But this is good. This is, you need to be pushing yourself to do this kind of thing to, remain creative. So what else can we do with that? We can do the same thing, but what we can do is do it in a parallel fashion. In other words, what I'm trying to say is we take it from the same root. So instead of moving up diatonically, we're going to stay on the note of G. Okay. So we're going to start here. Same thing again. Okay, And then we're going to play G Dorian. Instead of moving up to A Dorian, we're going to stay on the same roots here. Okay, so we've modulated essentially, but I mean, you know, keeping it simple, we're just playing it in a parallel fashion. So, G Dorian and G Phrygian, G Lydian. Hang on, I messed that one up, didn't I? And G Mixolydian. So this is the kind of thing that I would do to inject a little bit more interest in your ideas, you know. Some of the lines that I've played there don't necessarily sound great. And this is what you have to do with sequences. This is what I've done over the years, is kind of, you know, use what is useful or what I like the sound of and kind of discard the rest. But this started off as just a simple, you know, warm-up pattern anyway. So the idea is to kind of investigate the sounds that, you know, moving around the fretboard, the sounds that you can create just by using a simple idea, just diatonics, you know, simple as that. So just to recap, just going back to this here, I've talked about this shape before in a video that I did a couple of years ago. You can change the way you articulate it. You know, I'm sort of mixing up, you know, picking and you know, hammering on and pulling off. So you might want to pick every single note. You might want to do left hand only. That's the kind of thing that I do with when I'm warming up with these kind of ideas. Anyway, it's a really simple thing to just take a sequence and move it diatonically. But we'll be taking this a little bit further with some more ideas, but hopefully this has given you a few basic tips to kind of be a little bit more creative with any sequence that you have. All right, if you want any more content from me, you can head on to my website, link in description box below, 20% off currently, so check that out. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Cheers, guys.